Excuse me?
Yeah, what's up?
That man came up to me and frisked me, put me against the car.
Hang on, Finn.
And frisked me. I told him I was 16 years old. He continued to question me. They tried to go into my house, and he just would not leave me alone. He came up to me more.
Right here?
That man right there, yes.
Let's walk across. We'll talk over here, and we'll let these guys talk with these guys here. See what we can figure out.
I told you I was a minor.
Finn,
and that girl.
Relax. Did they ID themselves at all?
No, they didn't until after I said it's illegal for them to frisk me, and then he wanted to be like, oh, I work for this place. Like, that's illegal. You cannot pat me down.
He says he's a resident, which is fine.
Okay.
But we're sitting in a car, and he came by with a bag, which is fine. But then he made a signal to us, and I thought he was like threatening violence.
Right,
so I went down, and I just said, hey, do you have any weapons on you, police? So I just gave him a quick pat down.
Okay.
So he's getting all indignant about it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
yep.
you know, he says he's a minor, that's fine.
Okay.
It's not like minors can't have guns.
Right. Yep. Okay.
Do you have an ID that's not your badge?
No. I mean, I'm not going to show you my driver's license. I mean...
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's a bit of an immature kind of a draw.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you brought all these people off of this. What was the report?
First call was that someone was breaking into the house. So.
Just the call that we got was somebody was forcing entry into the house. Were you guys just knocking on the door? Or were
Yeah,
you
we
guys
were just
trying to
knocking on the door.
Okay. Hey, we're here to figure out what's going on. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All we know
were
is
just
what
knocking
people
on the
tell
door.
us on the phone.
We are just knocking on the door.
Okay. Like
We
I
are
said,
not
all we
gonna
know.
Go in.
Okay.
We are not going to go into someone's house.
What's the issue?
They're saying that we were trying to
No,
go in.
hey, that's not what I'm saying.
No,
I'm
that's
saying
what
that
the
the
guys
call came
came in.
that's what happened, which is why there's so many of us here and we got here so quick, okay?
Right.
So I'm going to go talk to them, figure out what's going on with their side of the story, okay? Then everybody should be able to get out of here, okay?
Whatever.
He came out of the house and
so it sounds like this is just a big
No,
misunderstanding.
it's not a misunderstanding.
It is a
officer.
misunderstanding.
How is this? Okay.
Because they're federal law enforcement officers, okay? And they said they were just knocking on the door.
No, they weren't. They weren't. They have been here for 2 hours. My mother's boyfriend was home. They've been here for 2 hours trying to get into the house. I got here. I go in my house. I go out of my house. He decides to walk up to my vehicle, not my vehicle, my friend's vehicle, and say that I threatened him. He turns me around, pushes me against the car, and frisks me down. That is not a misunderstanding. That is a violation.
Man, like, we're here to help you out, man, and screaming at us really isn't going to get you anywhere with us, okay? Like,
We're just here to figure out what's going on. That's all. We're not here with them.
I know.
We're not there doing anything that they're doing.
I don't, but like, I don't know what more I can say.
okay.
Hey, I didn't know what he mouthed at us, and he just gave us this what the hell look. And so, of course, we're going to confront and say, hey, what's the deal? And then the other guy walks off.
He's trying to say that he got frisked because he's minor. I said, I can't tell whether you're black. I have no idea what race you are. You know, it's
right.
not.
It's not. I mean, I would have done the same thing. I would have just been hey, dude, I don't know where you're coming from.
It sounds like this is a big misunderstanding because they live here. They had no idea who the hell you guys were because you're dressed like normal people, which is fine. So they were just a little taken aback that there were people trying to get into the apartment that they live in. So, well, I would be too if I showed up to my house and there were people trying to,
we had told
like,
the
at my
other
door.
guy that we were with the police, though.
Okay, but I mean, even then,
But he left.
even then, I would still be freaking out a little bit. So.
But he wouldn't let us explain. See, this is the problem with our youth of today. They have no respect for law enforcement. And calling out, oh, you violated my rights. No, we didn't violate. You know what? You're 16 years old. You have no rights until you're 18. He is not a person of color.
You have to think about it as a fact that a random white male comes up to you.
Why does it matter that he's white?
Because I'm a person of color.
Okay, what if he's a black federal officer and did the same thing to you?
It still would have been a problem.
Okay.
But the thing is,
But you're injecting race in a situation where race doesn't have to be involved.
Yes, because when a random white person walks up to you and you're a person of color and they just push you against the car without an explanation, you would be in the same position that I am in.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because that is why I'm frustrated, because the fact that he didn't give me any sort of explanation and pushed me against a vehicle, and then still didn't give me an explanation until I said I'm a minor and this is illegal. And then he was like, no it's not, here's my badge.
dude, like screaming at me and like.
And making it about race. I'm not making it about race. I'm making it about the fact.
You definitely are. You're injecting race in this whole thing. I'm not saying what he did is right, but the whole thing is you're yelling he's white and you're a person of color. That's your
I am
whole
a person
that's
of
your
color.
whole
And
basis
yes,
of
he
this,
is white,
man.
and he's a random person that came up to me.
Okay, if a
You
random.
asked for a description, right? You asked me to say he was white, right?
I didn't ask for
So
a
I gave
description
that for
from you.
So here's the deal. This is just a big misunderstanding, okay? They're gonna leave.
I'm not
You
gonna.
guys just get out of
I'm not
here.
gonna walk away from this with that. Just a misunderstanding.
Then what are you gonna do?
I want you to wait for my grandmother to get here so that she can.
I'm not gonna do that because this is a misunderstanding. They
How is
operate
that
by different rules that
They
we do.
operate under different rules, but that's
Yes,
still
they do.
illegal.
Okay.
How-
Well, if you
Not
wanna,
for them, dude.
Listen, if you want to take it up with their bosses, then
Okay, I do. That's what I
something-
asked. I asked for their boss. Did I not?
We don't know who their
I don't
boss
know
is.
who that
So
is.
how am I supposed to find that if you won't let me walk over there?
Use the internet. Call the local social security office.
Secret
Like,
Service office.
Secret Service office. Whatever.
Because I know
Okay?
that number off the
Use
top
the
of my
internet.
head.
It's on
Use the
Google.
internet. Look it up. Okay, it's the same thing that I would do to get it for you. Okay.
Okay.
So just don't come back here. They're gonna leave.
This is my house.
Just
How am
get
I
out
not
of here
supposed to
for a
come
little
back
bit.
here?
Okay.
I live there. Nana!
Nana!